वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदनन्दन ब्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदनन्दन ब्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदनन्दन ब्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदनन्दन ब्रज जनरञ्जना यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनतीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदनन्दन ब्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदनन्दन ब्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदनन्दन यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनतीरा जय राधा माधव जय कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jaya Radha Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Yashoda Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya. श्री श्री राधा माधव की जय, श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की जय, श्री श्री गौर निताई की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। हरे कृष्णा। So I welcome all of you for today's Sunday Love Feast program. So we have been discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter for last few weeks. So today we will continue from there. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So let us read this shloka. Ye yadha mam prapadyante Ye yadha mam prapadyante Tams tathaiva bhajamyaham Tams tathaiva bhajamyaham Mama vartmanu vartante Mama vartmanu vartante Manusya partha sarvashaha Manusya partha sarvashaha Ye yadha mam prapadyante Tam sthataiva bhajamyaham Mama vartmanu vartante Manusya partha sarvashaha. So anybody can try. It need not be sung in this tune. You can sing normally also. ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहं मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्या पार्थ सर्वशः. Like that also we can say. Anybody can try? Yes, Prabhu. 1 second, Mataji. Let us. ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहं मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्या पार्थ सर्वशः. थैंक यू वेरी मच प्रभु. खड़ा होके बोलने का जरूरत नहीं. यू कैन सिट एंड सिंग. एनीबडी वांट्स टू ट्राई? ओके माताजीज. ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहं मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्या पार्थ सर्वशः. Anybody else? So we will read its translation. Okay. Ye, you can all repeat. Ye, all who, yatha, as, mam, unto me, prapadyante, surrender, tan, them, tatha, so, eva, certainly, bhajami, reward, aham, I, mama, my, vartma, path, anuvartante, follow, manushaha, all men, partha, O son of Pritha, sarvashaha, in all respects. The translation and purport goes like this. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects, O son of Pritha. Purport. Everyone is searching for Krishna in the different aspects of his manifestations. Krishna, the supreme person. Actually, you should hear this purport very carefully. Because so many points are covered in this purport. Everyone is searching for Krishna in the different aspects of his manifestations. Means Krishna has got so many aspects of his manifestation. Manifestation means Vyaktikaran. Just Krishna manifests in the form of sun also, in the form of moon, in the form of the taste of water, like that. So many manifestations of Krishna. Krishna manifests in the form of earth, water, fire, air, ether. You understand? So like that he has so many different manifestations. His energies. Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, is partially realized in his impersonal Brahma Jyotir effulgence, and as the all-pervading super soul dwelling within everything, including the particles of atoms. But Krishna is fully realized only by his pure devotees. Consequently, Krishna is the object of everyone's realization, and thus anyone and everyone is satisfied according to one's desire to have him. In the transcendental world also, Krishna reciprocates with his pure devotees in the transcendental attitude, just as the devotee wants him. One devotee may want Krishna as supreme master, another as his personal friend, another as his son, and still another as his lover. I mean, whichever way you want, Krishna will manifest in that particular form. If somebody wants him to be his son, Krishna becomes their son. Somebody wants to be their lover, Krishna becomes their lover. Like that. Krishna rewards all the devotees equally according to their different intensities of love for him. In the material world, the same reciprocations of feelings are there, and they are equally exchanged by the Lord with the different types of worshippers. The pure devotees, both here and in the transcendental abode, associate with him in person and are able to render personal service to the Lord, and thus derive transcendental bliss in his loving service. As for one who are impersonalists and who want to commit spiritual suicide by annihilating the individual existence of the living entity, Krishna helps also by absorbing them into his effulgence. Such impersonalists do not agree to accept the eternal blissful personality of Godhead. Consequently, they cannot relish the bliss of transcendental personal service to the Lord. Having extinguished their individuality, some of them who are not firmly situated even in the impersonal existence return to the material field to exhibit their dormant desires for activities. They are not admitted into the spiritual planets, but they are again given a chance to act on the material planets. For those who are fruitive workers, the Lord awards the desired result of their prescribed duties as the Yagneshwara. And those who are yogis seek mystic powers are awarded such powers. In other words, everyone is dependent for success upon his mercy alone, and all kinds of spiritual processes are but different degrees of success on the same path. Unless, therefore, one comes to the highest perfection of Krishna consciousness, all attempts remain imperfect, as it is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 2.3.10. Akama sarva kamova moksha kama udaradihi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. Whatever one is without desire means the condition of the devotees, or is desirous of all fruitive results, or is after liberation, one should with all efforts try to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead for complete perfection, culminating in Krishna consciousness. We will recite these prayers first, and then we will move on to the class. Mangalacharana prayers. Mangalacharana means, Mangala means auspiciousness. So these are the prayers to invoke auspiciousness here. Okay? You can repeat with me. Om Agnanatimirandhasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam. Those who don't know reading from this Roman letters, okay, this is called Roman transliteration. So here the Dirgham is given a notation, line over A, that says A. Line over I becomes E. Okay? And similarly, line over U becomes U, long notations. Okay? And in the same way, if there is a dot below S, it becomes Sha. Okay? And if there is a dash over S, on the top of S, it becomes Shankara Sha. Okay? Similarly, if there is Manobishtam, if there is a dot below T, then it becomes Ta. Okay? TH becomes Tha. Like that. D means Da. If there is dot below D, it becomes Da. Okay? Damruka Da. Like that. So you can just practice a bit, you can nicely read. Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha. Yeah, here also Krishna. So R, there is dot below, that means it is Rutvam, Kru. Okay? Generally, Rutvam is a vowel in Sanskrit, isn't it? Ru is a vowel. So that's why K R dot means it is Kru. And S dot is Sha. N dot means Na. Okay? That's why you don't, only one vowel is there here, normally. Krishna. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radhakant Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Andaru Kalsi Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Sri Radha Madhav ki jai, Sri Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Sri Sri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Do you all feel some auspiciousness being invoked? No. No or yes? Do you feel some difference after singing these prayers? Okay, thank you. So, last week I was discussing about the benefit of knowing Krishna and the loss of not knowing Krishna. Okay? So, here one aspect, one philosophical point I want to present in front of you. That everything is coming from Krishna. Okay? Everything is one way Krishna's expansion. Everything is Krishna's manifestation. Okay? Nothing is independent of Krishna in this universe. Universe means it is which includes everything. Okay? Is there anything independent of Krishna, the Supreme Lord? Everything comes from Him. So, but Krishna has got so many different manifestations. Okay, this point we should understand. And second thing, many people present, all paths lead to the same place. Okay? All paths lead to, all the rivers go and merge into ocean. All the rivers go on. So, how does it matter which path you take? How does it matter which religion you follow? How does it matter which school of thought you go to? School of thought means different organizations are there. So, is there any problem if you go to some other organization, this organization, that organization? Any problem? Any problem? No problem, right? No problem, or there is some problem? What? Authentic. So, can we take any path? Like there is one famous saying, Yatomat Tatopat. According to the person, there is one path. And all paths will go and lead to the same destination. People say this, right? You all heard this? Kabhi na kabhi sune hai ki nahi? But how far it is true? We will analyze. Okay, because saying some simple sentence is easy, but then I will ask you question on that sentence. All paths lead to the same destination. So you go to the railway station, okay? You don't even take ticket. Whichever train is there, go to any platform, just jump into one train. So which destination you will go to? Which destination we will go? If TT comes, all the people will go into the jail. Or they will be made to pay fine. But if TT doesn't come, wherever the train is going, they will go to that place. Not everybody will go to the same destination. That means there is some misunderstanding is there in that statement. Okay? So whichever train you take, but you will go to some place in this world. Right? You understand? Whichever train you take, you will be somewhere in this world only. And if this world belongs to Krishna, that means what? You have gone to, in some or other way, you are within Krishna. But if you meet with an accident in the train, okay, for example I am telling, you take some train and you meet with an accident, and somebody takes train and he will reach the destination. Both are equal or different? They are not equal, right? So you desire something but you attain something. So, though everything is Krishna, But there is different levels of success. Everyone is on the path of Krishna only. But somebody attains this much success, somebody will attain this much success, somebody will attain. So each path will lead us to certain level of success. Not all paths will give us highest success. Okay? कृष्णा ये बच्चों को इधर से हटा दो ना. So रसोहम अपसु कौन्तेया, in Gita Krishna says the taste of water is Krishna. So somebody may take alcohol and he may take, this is a taste of the God, and he will drink, he will get some pleasure. But after some time what will happen? He will have lung cancer or some other cancer. Just like you boarded a train but there is an accident, and he will go through the suffering. Right? So he is on the path of enjoyment. He is on the path of happiness, and he is seeking that happiness. Actually that form of happiness is also a manifestation of Krishna. But he will attain only a certain level of happiness, but there Krishna will also give the pain, and he will reveal another manifestation in the form of a disease. You understand? That disease is also a manifestation of Krishna. But you desired only happiness, but unfortunately there is disease also. So like that, different people are taking different paths. But every path has got certain limitation. But there is certain path which will offer the ultimate happiness, which is free from any kind of suffering. Okay? So let us say, basically among people, there will be people who are having so many material desires, and they will take a particular path, and Lord will fulfill their desires. But how many desires he will fulfill? He will fulfill little desires, and in that path that is a limit, there is a limitation of that path, and after that suffering will be there. Okay? Big people also will go through suffering if they take that particular path. No matter what, when someone is in this world, they will all get old, and old age is a suffering, and they will all have to face some death, an event of death, that will offer them suffering. So that is a limitation. There is another variety of people. They take to the process of meditation, and they will take up a doctrine where I do meditation and I go and merge into the Supreme Brahman. Okay? And then what will happen? I will become Brahman. Okay? मैं खुद अपने आप को भगवान के अंदर विलीन होना चाहता हूँ. Okay? So, vileen means what? You lose your individuality. Okay? So, some people will desire that, and Supreme Lord also will be mercifully offer them that particular mukti. Okay? He will take them into his Brahma Jyoti. Okay? Like, if there is sun is there, right? So what do we see? Do we see the surface of the sun? Can anyone see the surface of the sun? We cannot see the surface of the sun because sun is so effulgent. We can only see the effulgence of the sun, right? But inner surface, if there is a mountain on the sun, if there is a tree on the sun, we won't be able to see. Our eyes are completely imperfect to see those things. So this is limitation of our, we cannot see. So some people they get attracted to that light, and they want to just enter into that light. They are called people who desire mukti by extinguishing their individuality. And Krishna offers them. Okay, when they perfect in that path, they enter into the Brahma Jyoti. ब्रह्म ज्योति में विलीन हो जाते हैं. So when they merge in the Brahma Jyoti, there won't be any activity. Okay? You will have, like, in one place you feel happiness. Actually, that happiness is not really happiness. That is only absence of the miseries. Because when we enter into the Brahma Jyoti, there won't be any body. Okay? मुक्ति मिल गया. किससे? शरीर से मुक्ति मिल गया. There won't be any rebirth in that state. So you will be constantly, for long time, you just stay there. But it is not actually happiness, but there is complete absence of the misery. You understand the state? Like, in the house, wife and husband are staying in the house, and there is difference of opinion, so there will be big fight. Okay? So after fight, that fight is not so, that won't offer so much happiness. There is misery in the fighting, isn't it? Then wife and husband will stop talking to each other. Okay, no more arguments, no more interactions. Okay, so wife just cooks something and keep the food on the table, and she goes into the bedroom and sleeps. Husband eats on his own and put the plate in the sink, and he goes and sleeps. Will there be any misery in that? There won't be any misery, there won't be any argument, there is no fight, nothing. Both of them will live peacefully in that status. But will they be happy? Can a husband and wife be happy staying like that? Is it? Nobody can be happy, isn't it? You are there in the home, but you can't even talk to that other person. But fighting is completely negative. Being silent is neutral. There is no happiness there, but at least some peace of mind is there. You will be completely peaceful. But when wife and husband becomes very close to each other, talking, joking, serving each other, interacting with each other, that takes them to a positive level, isn't it? That offers them happiness. So similarly, when we are going to Brahma Jyoti level, it is like peace only peace, no happiness. So the Brahma Jyoti, the happiness that Brahma Jyoti offers is so much negligent in front of the happiness that is offered when we interact with the Lord on personal level. So then the next level people, they render devotional service. Another path is the path of bhakti. Okay? The path of bhakti, where you will have interaction with the Lord, you will have, day-to-day dealings with the Lord. And in those dealings, in those relations, one will have unlimited happiness. Okay, those who go to Brahma Jyoti come to the peaceful platform because the soul, actually they get a feeling of merging. Soul will never merge. Soul will retain its individuality forever, because soul cannot be cut into pieces, soul cannot be burnt, soul cannot be salted in the water, it cannot be wetted with water, it cannot be dried with the wind. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayantyapo, na shoshayati maruta. So soul is unchangeable. So how can it lose its individuality? It will never lose, but Lord will offer that feeling that you lost your individuality. But soul being very active. Can any one of us be idle for 1 hour time? Just sit idle? Can anyone? No, right? Our mind will be so active, making so many plans and let me do that. Even if you are having 1 or 2 fever, mind will be so active, right? You want to go here, there. So, because of that active nature, those people who go to the Brahma Jyoti level, they are also mukta atmas actually. they won't be fully satisfied. They seek happiness. Again, they have to come back to this material world. Yenyera vindaksha vimuktamaninus. In that sloka, tvayashta buddhya avishuddha buddhaya. So, that those atmas will again fall down into this material world. Means, success level is very, very high. But, again, one will fall back into this material world. But the one who takes to the path of bhakti, he will fully surrender to Krishna. Okay? Which personal form of Krishna. Bhakti means what? Bhagavan is a person. I am a person. Okay? So Bhagavan, Bhakta, and the interaction between the Bhagavan and the Bhakta is bhakti. Okay? How many things are there here? Bhagavan, Bhakta, and bhakti. 3 things are there. So in the process of devotion, you always interact with the Lord. You engage yourself in the service of the Lord. So by rendering service to the Lord, we will go through the purification. Our heart gets cleaned. The best process of bhakti for Kali Yuga people is this chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, by chanting the holy names, by taking the sadhu sangha, and by rendering various activities, like Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Pujanam, Atma Nivedanam, like that, Navavida Bhakti. So 9 types of bhakti we do. So when we render and when we develop attachment to that bhakti, so that is another path, bhakti, the path of bhakti. So in that path, whoever comes to my abode, he will not return. So the Brahma Jyoti people are not entering into the abode of the Lord. They are just floating on the outer periphery. The effulgence that is coming from the Lord, in that effulgence they are floating. Those who seek, those who want to merge themselves into the Lord. But other people, the devotees, they enter into the Supreme Lord's abode. Okay? And those who are entering into the Supreme Lord also, somebody wants to be serving the Lord. Okay? They want the Lord to be their master. Then Lord becomes their master. And then he will treat them like his servants, like Hanuman. Okay? And Hanuman will be serving Lord Ram eternally. And somebody may want Lord to be their friend. Okay? Then Lord will treat them like friend. So Supreme Lord used to have friends when he is in Vrindavan, like Madhumangal and so many other friends, Gopas. They're all friends. And Krishna treat them as friends only. Arjuna was friend, right? Arjuna used to eat in the same plate. Generally friends के बीच में झूठा गीठा कुछ नहीं होता है, ऐसा बोलते हैं ना. So Arjuna was eating in the same plate where Krishna is eating. When Brahma came to see Krishna in Vrindavan, he was totally astonished. For Brahma, Krishna is his supreme Lord. His father, for Brahma's father. From Lord's navel the lotus came, and from the lotus Brahma has appeared. So, and that Lord has created this whole universe. Brahma had very big opinion on Krishna. Very big opinion. And this cowherd boy, Krishna, in Vrindavan, is doing so many mischievous things, but is killing demons. He is considered to be the Supreme Lord Vishnu. Let me go and check really is he Vishnu or not. Brahma comes, descends to this material world, and by the time he came, one of Krishna's friends, Gopa, he was eating a laddu. He ate, And other half, hey Krishna, this laddu is very nice. You also have it. The same laddu, half laddu, he put it in the mouth of Krishna. And Brahma saw. Generally, Krishna is like a supreme Lord, is master of the whole universe. Everything is under his control. Not this earth planet. All the billions of planets, billions of galaxies, everything is and it is control. And such Lord, this boy is feeding him some juta laddu. Brahma thought, no, he cannot be Lord. How can Lord eat somebody's juta? Brahma gets confused. And then Brahma wanted to test this small boy, the son of Maharaj Nanda. So he packs all the boys. He steals all the boys, all the calves. He steals and then he packs them and he takes them to his Brahmaloka. And Krishna sees, no boys, no calves. And Krishna manifests himself into all the boys, all the calves. So with the boys and calves, Krishna walks into Vrindavan. Now, who are all the calves? Krishna. Who are all the cowherd boys? Krishna. So that means actually Krishna stayed with each and every gopi in Vrindavan. Okay? Krishna personally stayed. All the cows of Vrindavan were giving milk to whom? Krishna. Directly. Okay? Krishna drinks milk in the form of butter or whatever, that's indirect. But now Krishna sucks from their udders milk every day. So suddenly, from that day onwards, the love of the mothers towards their children it has increased so much. The love of the cows towards their calves increased so much. And then Brahma took, and then he kept them in one cave, and he came back to check, what will Krishna do? When he goes back to Vrindavan, everybody will ask, where is my son? Where is my son? All the mothers will ask, all the cows will ask, where are our calves? And Krishna, what answer Krishna will give? Like that, Brahma came, and when he saw Vrindavan, everything is normal. There's no difference. The difference is what? There is increase in the happiness. Because all the cows are giving milk to Krishna. Earlier they were giving it to their calves. In the same way, all the mothers became so happy feeding them, dressing them, doing so many services to their sons. Means they are actually directly serving Krishna. The Brahma came and he observed, actually there is no change, instead they are more happy. And then immediately he falls at the feet of Krishna. Oh, this is the Supreme Lord. So Krishna deals as a master with Brahma and as a friend to his friends. Okay? And in the same way, when it comes to Maharaj Nanda, Devaki, Vasudev, Yashoda, they wanted to deal with the Lord as their son. Son means actually lower, isn't it? Son means lower, mother and father are higher. Means Lord becomes even their son. Lord can become the servants of the devotee also. So the way we approach the Lord, in the same way He will also reciprocate. And the gopis, the Vrajavadhus, they all treated Krishna as their lover. And Krishna also treated them like lover. So there are different dealings with the Lord, and Krishna reciprocates in those dealings. So there won't be any rasa abhas. Rasa abhas means mixture of rasas. Krishna will always be lover to the gopis, young gopis, and Krishna will be always son to the old gopis. Krishna will remain friend to all the young gopas. Okay? So there won't be any simultaneously all these things happen with Krishna. So this is on the transcendental platform. Okay? Even in the transcendental platform also, the way we approach, Lord reciprocates in the same way. He rewards in the same way. But not all paths take you to the same destination. Yeah. So not everybody will become a gopi or gopa. For example, there were so many gopis. They were called Rushichari gopis. They were all rishis in the previous yuga. They did meditation for thousands of years in Dandakaranya forest. And one day, Lord Ramachandra happens to pass through the Dandakaranya. And in the perfection of their meditation, they got the darshan of Lord Ram. And when they saw Lord Ram and his beauty, they all fell in love. And they all want to marry Lord Ram. All were men. And Rama was man. And they want to marry Lord Ram. It appears very, it is difficult for us to digest. But they were not on the material platform. They were totally on the spiritual platform. In the spiritual platform, there is no man, there is no female. Okay, Lord is a man and all the living beings are female only. Man is the enjoyer, female is enjoyed. So in that context, all of us are also women only in front of the Lord. So those rishis want to be marrying Lord Ram. Then Ram said, no. Now I already told I can marry only one person. Already I got married to Sita. So now I can't accept anyone. But I'll fulfill your desire. You just wait for some more time. I will come as Krishna, and then that time as many people, I'll marry as many people come and ask me to marry. Whichever way, no problem. Because there I will appear as Parama Purushottam. Okay? He'll Purna Purushottam. So, in that form, I will accept everyone. And Lord Krishna accepts all these rishis. And he will accept all of them as his wives. So, this way he reciprocates. Now you see, even in the spiritual platform, there are 5 rasas: Shanta rasa, Dasya rasa, Sakhya rasa, Vatsalya rasa and Madhurya rasa. Okay? Shanta means you will just have awe and reverence, respect, like Lord is great, God is great. Many people say just God is great. Dur se bolenge God is great. They will not have any interaction. They will not render any service to the Lord. So that rasa is called Shanta rasa, where there is no direct interaction. And Dasya, Sakhya, you all understand. Servitorship and friendship. Then Vatsalya means paternal relation. And then Madhurya means loving relation. So in these relations, also there is different levels of happiness. Even on the transcendental platform. Okay? Shanta rasa will offer so much happiness. Dasya rasa, Sakhya rasa, you got more closer to Krishna. Vatsalya rasa, you are practically dominating Krishna. The Yashoda Mata was giving her breast milk to Krishna. Krishna was so much affectionate to Yashoda. And she was so close to Krishna. And above that, Madhurya rasa, that is, so in that also, the happiness that was derived by Radharani was the ultimate. Okay? So different levels. So, ye yadhamam prapadyante tam stathaiva bhajamyaham. Somebody wants material things, Krishna gives them material things, but there is limitation of happiness there. Okay? And behind that happiness in the material platform always misery, because material world is a dual world. Here happiness, distress, heat, cold, beautiful, ugly. All the things are there like a coin, two sides. But spiritual world, there is only one side, only happiness. Even in that happiness, there are different levels of happiness. So that way, Krishna reciprocate with his devotees. Sri Sri Radha Madhav ki jai, Sri Sri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Sri Sri Jagannath Baladeva Subhadra Maharani ki. So that way we understand this shloka. So not all paths takes us to the same place, same destination, but different levels of success of towards the same destination. That way we understand. Okay? And at least in our case, we engage in pure devotional service under an authoritative guidance. We take shelter of some senior devotee, we seek guidance, we read books like Bhagavad Gita, we associate with the devotees, and in that direction we should take that path. Okay? When we take that path, the ultimate success is awarded, because that Guru will give us the knowledge that is given in Bhagavad Gita, and that knowledge will lead us to fully surrender to Krishna in his personal form. Okay? So that's why this path, whatever path that acharyas have given, the path of bhakti, will lead to ultimate destination. Param sthanam upaiti chadyam. That is the ultimate destination. So that we should seek and we should obtain. Yeah. Otherwise, many people, on the name of any path you take, they all become materialistic people. They just linger around this material world, but they will not get elevated to higher planets. Even those people say this statement, you ask them, even a thief also go to the same destination? Because thieves also can make their own religion, their society, thieves society. Can't they make like that? They can make a thieves society, and they can have their principles. Only you should not do stealing on the Amavasya day, because or Paurnami day you should not go for stealing. In the light of the moon you may get caught. They also may have some rules like that, their religious rules. But that will not take them to the highest destination. So Srila Prabhupada is very, very clear on these points, and he will throw the light on the scripture and make us explain what is our ultimate goal. Okay? I'll stop here. Anyone has any question? Thank you all. You're all hearing patiently. Yes, Prabhuji. What is the difference between samadhi and death? What is the difference between yoga nidra and nidra? Nidra, we all go to nidra, right? But yogis or the Supreme Lord also sleeps. But he is simultaneously aware of everything. So death means we quit one body and we enter into another body. Okay, we quit in the sense we will be pushed out. We are thrown out of this body. We don't want to go. But Yamaraj or some external force will pull us out of this body. That is called death. Samadhi is something you yourself, at your will, you give up the body. Okay? And you fix your mind, intelligence, everything in the Supreme Lord. Okay? So in that consciousness, you leave the body from the whole that you choose. The yogi leaves his body, the topmost yogi leaves his body from over here. The soul will come out by puncturing. This is called what? In Telugu we call kapalam, right? So it will come out and it enters into the Supreme Lord. So that is samadhi, the ultimate level of transcendental thing. But death is you are going to take another birth. But when one enters into samadhi, he will not take another birth.
So when a person takes samadhi, then then it is like merging into the effulgence thing which you are talking about. It's like entering into the Lord's abode.
Yeah, depends on that person took path. If he has aimed to enter into the effulgence of the Supreme Lord, he will enter there. But if he is aiming to enter to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, he will go to the abode of the Supreme Lord. With what consciousness he is doing, what he wants, okay, he will get that. Krishna will offer him the same. Yeah. Actually, okay, meditation is also a process of devotion. Like in meditation, what a yogi do? He is doing full smarana of the Lord. Smarana means remembering the Lord. Like Dhruva Maharaj, what he did? When he was leaving to the forest, Dhruva goes to the forest. When he was 5 years old, he goes to the forest to do meditation. So Narada Muni on the path, Narada Muni intercepts him, and then he will try to tease him, but he will not waver. Narada Muni tried to send him back home, but he doesn't go back. Then Narada Muni, looking at his determination, he gives him mantra. What is that mantra? What mantra Narada Muni gave to Dhruva? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Just now, at the beginning of the class, we chanted that mantra. So that mantra is given. So Dhruva was continuously chanting that mantra and meditating on the Supreme Lord. He fixes the form of the Lord within his heart and he focuses fully on the Supreme Lord's form. So that is a pure form of smarana. So that is also devotional service. Dhruva did devotional service by taking the Lord's name, by remembering the Supreme Lord. Okay? And then he got the Lord's darshan. In the end, he got the Lord. But there can be someone who may not have full knowledge of the Lord, but he aims to enter into the Brahma Jyoti. Then he leaves the body and enters into Brahma Jyoti. Like that. That also can be samadhi. Any other questions? My words are understandable, or are the philosophy or the tattva that I am telling is understandable to all of you? Yes, okay. Any other questions? If not, then we will break for today. We will do Arati. Okay? Granthara Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.